So I'd like to call up our first speaker, Angela Mondor. She is known as a geeky girl, an author, a speaker, a social media coach, a trainer. She also created the Powerhouse social media coaching community to help business owners take control of their social media so that they have more time to do what they love. Angela, I'd like to welcome you. And thank you for taking the time to come up here today.
I'm going to be a rebel too. I think that's part of being an entrepreneur is being a rebel. Right? I don't think that we like to be stuck in any particular box, so that's what brings us here. I know I worked corporately for many years and really felt the pressure of the box, being stuck in that box, and had to fight my way out. So I started Geeky Girl in 2010, and at the time I did what I did corporately, and I've always been a geek. As far back as I can remember, I was playing with computers and looking after all kinds of things technical. If it had anything to do with wires, cables, and electricity, I was in. And so from there, I went into work corporately as help desk, right? So if your computer broke, or if your printer went down, or if your network needed new cables, you'd call me. And I would be there to help you fix your problems. I love to help people, and so moving into my business, I wanted to find a way to help entrepreneurs with these kinds of things, and realized through the process of doing that, I actually found that marketing my business was the piece that I loved the most. And through marketing my business, of course, I did that through social media and learned a ton. I embraced social media long before most people in Winnipeg ever thought that it would be really cool to do so. In fact, a lot of people in Winnipeg aren't nearly as excited about it as I am. But I gotta tell you that when I talk about relationship marketing, who in the room here has heard of relationship marketing before today? Kind of, sort of, yeah? The concept is fairly easy, because when we're coming to networking meetings, we're in person here, and so you're meeting with people, you're connecting with people, you're shaking hands, you're asking questions, you're getting to know each other. You're essentially building relationships. You're building relationships with strangers until, of course, you get to know them. You see them a few times at different events, and you're like, hey, I know you. I saw you at such and such an event, right? So you're building relationships with people. At no point do you walk into a room when you're networking with people. Nobody showed up here this morning and went, hey, by the way, do you want to buy my stuff? That's not the way to do it. But a lot of people approach social media that way. They go out in social media and all they want to do is just put up promotions, buy my stuff, and it's just very in your face, and you've probably felt that way. You've probably been connecting with people and you just go, oh God, like, shut up. It's all about building those relationships. And so when you're on social media, the whole concept is that you want to be building those relationships, asking questions. You want to get to know your target market before you start telling them what you have. Because I might make a communication with somebody and start having that conversation with them, and they're not a fit. They're not somebody I need to do business with. So this is what it comes down to. You, as a business owner, let's say, for example, your product is something that can be used by women, it can be used by men, maybe it can be used by anybody from the ages of 18 to 55. That's a huge market of people. But you might not be best served to serve all of those people. So it comes down to who you are as a business owner. What are your strengths? Who do you best serve? And what message do you have that somebody else is going to communicate with, or that they're going to actually gain interest from you? So I did write this book. It's the Geeky Girl's Guide to your online, creating your online brand, and it's all about relationship marketing because it's the base and foundation of everything I do. I really believe that building strong relationships with people is what is going to give you the most benefit for the time that you're in. Hi there, come on in. So when you're building those relationships, it's about having those communications with people and asking them first, what is it that you're doing? What is it that you're looking for? And then maybe you can't help them, but maybe you know somebody else who can. I mean, there's lots of people who do marketing or social media marketing. There's people who train on social media marketing. I might not be your favorite person. Maybe you don't like somebody who stands outside the box. Maybe you want somebody who isn't somebody who stands outside the box, and I'll know somebody who does that for you. I would rather recommend for you to go to somebody else than for you to come to me and not be happy. So that's what's important as an entrepreneur, especially when we're building our small businesses in the beginning. It's making sure that we are giving our customers 100% the best that we possibly can. And when I'm doing social media, I'm kind of, I like systems and processes. And so along with the book, I have a workbook, and the workbook is very system oriented. So some people don't like the concept of being in a systematic thing. However, the twist on this is the fact that I provide a lot of fun with the system. So most of the times I get off the phone with a client, with an entrepreneur, and they say to me, wow, that was so much fun. I never thought that actually creating a system would be fun. I've been dreading it for a long time. But when I got off the phone with you, I really enjoyed the time I spent with you. So that's my niche, that's my little spark, is that I get to have a lot of fun when I'm helping people build their businesses. So what is it about you? What is it that you have to offer that's different than somebody else who offers the exact same thing as you? You need to be looking inside to figure out what that is and how you can connect with other people. And then when you're reaching out to people, asking them first, hi, what are you doing? What is it that I can help you with? Oh, great, no problem. Either you can help them with that problem, because you're in the business of solving people's problems. We're providing solutions for people's problems. We're not just selling our stuff. So what problem do they have, and how can you solve it? Now, if you have the ability to solve that person's problem, then you can provide them, you can say, hey, well, would you like to know what I offer? Always ask. Don't just give, because not everybody wants what you have. So always ask, do you want my solution? Would you like to learn more about my solution? Yes or no? If they're not interested, or if they have a problem you can't give them a solution for, then reach into your repertoire of all of the other entrepreneurs that you know. Build those relationships with your other entrepreneurs so that you can say, you know what, I know Jane, Sally, and John all do something that might be helpful for you. Would you like their information? Be a connector. And that's what I think, that building relationships on both sides, not only building relationships with customers and clients, but also building relationships with other business owners so that you can support each other. Do you guys have any questions about relationship marketing?
Where do you find your best sources?
Best sources of connecting? It depends. Now, for me personally, a lot of my connections come through Facebook. That's typically where I'm getting most of my clients. I also, for entrepreneurs who are building businesses, I work with a lot of women entrepreneurs, and I'm finding them on Facebook a lot. When I'm looking for speaking engagements, that's something different. I'm finding a lot of those on LinkedIn as well as on Twitter. So it depends on what you're looking for and where your target market is hanging out. I always say it doesn't matter who you are. I've just talked to somebody else about this today. Hi there. From like high school and up, everybody should be on LinkedIn. If you're not on LinkedIn, that's the first thing you need to do when you go home, is get yourself on LinkedIn and make sure your profile's up to date. But other than that, you have to know more about your target market. Get to know who they are and where they're spending time, because that's where they will be. Is that helpful? Okay, good. Anything else? And if you guys have questions later, you can ask me privately. I'll be here, so we can talk later as well.
Ooh, icebreaker.
Okay.
What's icebreaker?
Oh, what's a great icebreaker
Yeah.
online? Depends on where you're finding the person. If you're in groups with people, so if you're in a Facebook group or a LinkedIn group and they happen to have a question, even if it's not something that's related to something you can fix, but you have an answer, then answer their question inside the group. Then friend or follow the people that you are answering questions for. And then follow up, let them follow up with you. Like after you make a friend connection with somebody, let them make the first move first. But in groups is a great way to break ice with people. It's just answering questions. Just be there as a leader for your industry and answer questions all the time. Give.
So most social media has groups that you can join, or
Well, on Twitter, typically people use hashtags to have conversations. So in those conversations, they're asking questions typically, and you can answer those questions there for people, or you can, if you're scrolling through your Twitter feed, that people do ask questions, you can answer them there. Yes?
So say you have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
How do you get people to visit your page? What is the best way?
Facebook is fun. Let me just put it out there. Facebook is really hilariously fun. And what I mean by that is it's difficult. Facebook, in and itself, you have it's difficult to get, you have organic traffic and you've got paid traffic. Okay? So the organic traffic is getting people to like and comment and engage with your page without paying for it. And then there's the paid traffic, so the ads. Okay? So when you're talking about getting people to like, engage, be part of your page, there's a few different ways you can do that. One of which is making sure that you have consistent content on your page that is actually interesting to your target market. So you really have to understand who those people are and what they want in order for you to get them interested. So think about what goes through your newsfeed. What do you like? What do you comment on? It has to be engaging, right? You have to have beautiful images, some great content. There has to be some thought-provoking messages in there. Facebook also allows you to have contests. So contests are a great way, and I was just saying that recently Facebook has changed again. They're always changing. So like just follow me and I'll help you remember all the changes because that's what I do. But now when somebody likes something, or if they, if they heart your update, or if they put a smiley face on your update, or however they engage with that particular update, you can now actually invite people to like your page. So that's a nice new way that Facebook has given us to get people to like us. So if somebody shared your update, so if you've created something on your business page, and then from your business page you share it to your page on your personal profile, and if you get people to like that, then you can actually in that like area, when you click on it, it'll show you everybody who's liked it, and you can actually invite them to like your page. That's one way that's new, brand new. You're welcome. Okay? So I'll be here and wandering around. You can chat with me later if you have other questions.
I do have one more.
Okay.
Okay, so one more. Tell me your experience of the difference between conducting yourself with those of like mind looking to do transactions and going outside the box to areas where you wouldn't be attracted to, but yet there may be opportunity.
Okay, easiest thing with social media, first of all, is to really hone in on that low-hanging fruit. Okay? So really get to know who the people are that are going to be very, very interested in what you have right now, because you're going to provide a solution to their problem. Social media is not only quick, things go by really quickly out there, but people want instant gratification on social media. So when they message you, message them back quickly, that kind of thing. In order for you to go outside the box and for you to reach out, it's not that you can't, but it's going to require a lot more time, a lot more effort to get out to that place. That's the other thing about knowing your target market, is if you can figure out who these people are, and like think about a target, okay? So, if you're going to like an archery range or something, and you know how they've got like the different circles and they've got the one in the middle, if you can focus on these people, which is a small group of people, focus on them and do a really good job looking after them, and then the outside people will know about it. I specifically, for the most part, help women entrepreneurs, but I have men entrepreneurs as customers, but it's because I do such a really good job looking after my women that they tell their male friends, or that the men hear about it. So it's not that I don't help men, but I target women. Does that make sense? Yeah, more work, lots more work.
I have a question.
Sure.
What social network do you use that you find works better than the others? Like between Facebook, Instagram, all of that? Because I've been reading statistics and stuff on like what is higher, what is lower, whatever. Which one do you prefer compared to some of the other ones?
It completely depends on the business. Because Instagram's great for some things, and Twitter's great for others. You specifically would do really well on Instagram, probably Twitter. I'm not sure about Facebook for you. it's something to be, you would be there, I would say, but whether or not that would be your massive market, I'm not sure, but I think you could really kill it on Instagram, maybe Snapchat, would be a good place for you to be. You gotta, because of the target, because of your market, and who it is that you're looking for, I think the whole concept is just really think about who it is that wants to buy my stuff. Who can I help? And where are they? And go spend time on those platforms and then see, like, okay, I'm just, is it steampunk? Is part of that steampunk? Okay, right? So then where is that steampunk community? Where are they spending time? And so that is where you're gonna get that. Make sense?
Yeah.
It's so different. You can't, there's not a right time of day. There is not a right platform. It all has to do with who your target market is and where they're spending time. All right? Very good?